I was never meant for the palace life. My hands, weathered and worn, knew the knotted backs of farmers and bruised soldiers, not the delicate and royal flesh of kings. One evening, a messenger had come at dusk, just as I had finished kneading the tired shoulders of a farmer whose back had carried more years of burden than his age would tell. His skin was rough as the soil he tilled, his muscles firm beneath my hands. And in the dim light of the physician's modest quarters, the rough-hewn door creaked open, a shadow filled the entrance. Elion turned, his hands still dusty with herbs, to find a towering figure, blocking the doorway. Groff, the king's grizzled messenger, stood with a face like hardened stone, and eyes that carried the weight of many roads traveled long past. "Are you Elion?" Groff asked, his voice a low rumble. Elion nodded, noting the faint scent of leather and pipeweed that clung to the man. "Aye, that's me." He wiped his hands on his worn apron, leaving faint smudges of green and brown. Groff eyed him, taking in the earthy scent, his simple tunic patched and faded. "You're needed at the palace." He said it simply, without ceremony. Elion raised an eyebrow. "The palace? What use would they have for a bush physician like myself?" he asked as he ladled olive oil with a copper spoon from a large cask into a small vase. "And I'm on the outskirts of the kingdom, so far off from the castle. I'm surprised you found the place," he continued. "Groff, eh? So why has the king summoned me? Surely he has enough of his own physicians working him at his command." Elion asked as he began tidying up the area and motioning the elder farmer toward the door. "King Ubger has summoned you," Groff replied, crossing his arms. His gaze was steady, unyielding. "I don't know why, and I don't question it. When the king calls, one answers." The healer rubbed his hands together. "I've no knowledge of the court's ailments, only the aches of the common folk. Bruised ribs, twisted ankles, the usual." Groff's expression softened, just a fraction. "That's why the king wants you. He needs someone who knows how to mend more than just flesh. Noble or not is not a concern. However, it's not natural for a physician to attend the king alone. Have you assistants or slaves who aid you in your practice?" Groff questioned. "No," Elion answered plainly, opening his arms, then saying, "Am all that's here, just one man and the grace of God." Groff spit on the floor and replied, "Well, then we will need to pick up some slaves to accompany you. I will not have you attend our king single-handedly." Elion's gaze landed into Groff's eyes with a quick look of disgust and contempt, but drifted to the worn table, cluttered with herbs in mortar bowls. He had spent years in these rooms, helping those in need, never imagining he'd be called to the likes of a king.